Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's day has been good. My throat's a little bit iffy right now, so I hope no one it minds me clearing my throat today. I think it's an allergy thing. Is it snowing? Doesn't look like it. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. It's been a weird day. I think I've been psyching myself out in some ways today. Helping mellow out before bowling. Bowling sounds so much fun right now. I haven't been in so long to like an actual bowling place, dude. I wouldn't mind doing bowling, and I also wouldn't mind going to like a billiards place. I think that would be so much fun to play pool. It has been so long though. But what's up, everybody? How was my dinner? It was good. We just had some chicken and rice. Nothing crazy, with some gochujang sauce. My switches came in today, and I'm currently testing them to get a feel of the springs and the force I am needing to apply. Oh goodness. Are you talking about the stock springs, Zany, or the aftermarkets? Catching the Alex stream on my birthday is quite the treat. I'm glad it is, dude. Billiard halls are so calming and fun. I know I haven't been to anything like that in such a long time. Life too pricey. Do you know of any Alps boards available right now? I can't seem to find any. There's always Alps compatible PCBs. I'm just not sure what those PCBs would be. I think Heine PCBs sometimes have a lot of Alps compatibility, but I think it depends. Do you need Alps plates? I don't know if the plates are any different. I'm not sure. We got like 20 centimeters of snow here, and I don't ever want to leave my house again. Wait, where? 20 centimeters is a lot. Is this out west or something? I see nothing outside. It's been gloomy and rained slightly earlier, but it hasn't snowed. It said it was gonna, but it hasn't. Really? Montreal? Damn. I didn't know Montreal was supposed to get lots of snow. I'm gonna do an Alps F18X. Do it, that sounds really fun. Just realized I had you muted. Oh, sorry, Corgi. Yeah, I should have switched scenes. I don't know why I didn't switch scenes. Yeah, that's the positive thing. At least no one lost power. At least everyone's hopefully safe and warm there. Got my second set of JTK keycaps. Which ones? I actually really like JTK. I like a few of the ABS alternatives are really good, honestly. Yeah, most like I was thinking that most tiny PCBs do. It's a Vero? Yes.
Why it's a Vero nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice keyboard today. We even have the best switches. The absolute bestesses. Yeah, today's been a day. No, these are pretty positive. These are Nixies. I think so. Today's been a weird day. Today's been I was talking to Oak a little bit about it too. So I think I've been just like paying attention to people. This sounds weird, too much. Kind of like let it get to my head today. Everyone has their own opinions and everything, which they're entitled to, but my god, some people are so mean about things. Hey Alex, would you put GMK mica on Anno Black? That's probably, I can't remember exactly the colors that set. It's primarily, is it yellow and black that set? I mean, yeah, why not? I think that would probably look better on something more like gunmetal, to be honest. I do find when you have at least for me lately, when I have an all blacked out keyboard, I want to have like fully blacked out keycaps too. I kind of like that stealthy look. Lately, I'm not really into the super contrasting colors. I like stuff that kind of like flows nice. Even this, for example, I think this is as contrasty as I like getting these days, where, you know, it's not exactly black and white, but you have this like really dark olive tone. So, you know, where'd I get your lowered 205? I basically got it straight from the Factorio, basically. But I've been working on getting larger quantities for cheaper. Because I don't know if you guys know, but like ordering lube and then paying for things like shipping and stuff like that, even when I order big batches, I don't get like discounts or anything. I just pay stock pricing. So Lube prices have always been like, I raised them last year a little bit. This is the only thing I've ever raised because the lube prices were getting insane. And then I never really liked the current price point of the switches just because like I felt the lube was so expensive. But then I got lowered prices, so I lowered the prices today, which was good. That made me happy. It's not exactly a kilo, but it's enough that it should like last a while. And then I think I can keep getting it at this price too. A 50-gallon vat? No. I do not have a 50-gallon vat. Nothing exists quite like that for me yet. Maybe in the future. Perhaps in the future. Kilo of lube. Alex is smuggling keys of 205 across the border. Oh my goodness. Imagine the face of Border Patrol when they see lubricant and I tell them it's for keycaps or keyboards. Your hair looks nice today. Thank you so much, Mango. It's a lot of lube. Do you have a video on YouTube how to treat leaf ping? Do I have any leaf ping tips? Not really, because I don't really recommend doing it. But you can open up the switch, and you know the metal leaf? You can, if you get a thinner brush, you can kind of add a little bit of lube right between the leaf. That can help it. But I would make sure it's not spring ping. Some people mistake spring ping and leaf. It's very rare that I've seen leaf ping on any of the more modernized switches. So I am excited for it. I am very, very excited to do the Mode 65. I've been itching. I haven't even unboxed it yet because I'm going to do it with you guys. But yeah, I'm itching to do it. Is the P thicker in Antipode? Is it? Does it look like the P is thicker? It kind of does, huh? A little bit. I figured I'd check in while on vacation. How's the vacation treating you though, dude? The Chroma by Eloquent? Not that I know of. Maybe if they reach out, or maybe I have to reach out. I'm not too sure. I haven't heard of that one there before. Who's my favorite sponsor? I don't think I have like a favorite person I work with. I like pretty much everyone that I get to work with. Oh, it's freaking out over here. I think this is gonna be a biased answer though, because he's one of my oldest friends in the hobby. I like space cables because me and him go way back. So, well, I obviously like Mike and the crew at Novel Keys a lot too. I like working with Kinetic Labs. Like Christian's awesome. Mode has a great team. Dane Keebs is more recent. Dane Keebs is awesome. They're very friendly, and I like their business model. Omnitype. I mean, Garrett's been amazing. He's been around forever too. So there's lots. Like even Antipode, I like the team there. They've been great. Like they've always been like super awesome. They make cool products. They're definitely more on like the higher price side of things, but they're fun. Like I like everyone that we get to work with. There's very few vendors where they've turned around and been kind of like shitty. But I usually don't have relationships with those type of people. I don't know. I think people take keyboards too serious, to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm in it to have fun. I get some people, you know, they treat it like, you know, the end of the world with certain things, but keyboards for me are to have fun. And I think there's a lot of fun to be had with keyboards while maintaining some sort of objectivity without diving too much into the realm of nitpicking subjective issues. You know what I mean? Damn, Antipode's little carrying cases are so cute. Now, I think I built the Vero a long time ago. By the way, this is a build that I think we were supposed to do a while ago, but I think the group buy starts tomorrow, the 5th for this. Antipode does support the channel as well, so just keep that in mind, but it doesn't stop me from being honest, as you guys know. This is not for me to keep, by the way. I'm not keeping this. I'm sending this back. This is actually, I think this might be Full's board. I'm not too sure whose board I'm building today. It's one of the team members' boards. That's why it's called a hobby. Yep. That's without going too deep into this conversation. This is also why I've just been like just avoiding big forums for keyboards and stuff. I feel like once you get, I feel like you can be deep into it and still have fun and lighthearted and, you know, remain objective and still criticize things. But I think there's some like, there's a line you cross when things get too serious about things and you start arguing with people and like, it just becomes this like passionate thing where you're just vehemently defending things and you're just attacking things as well. So I try not to venture into that side of keyboards. It stops becoming a hobby at that point. It just becomes like a crusade. It's weird. So got our PCB. So many pings from you today. Yeah, I know. I had a lot of updates today. If you guys didn't see, prices on Lube switches from this day forward will be a little bit cheaper. I don't know how long it's going to last, as long as I can get Lube at a certain price. So hopefully. And instead of just like not telling you guys, I decided to tell you guys because I could have just, you know, whatever. But I decided I wanted to pass on the savings. I like the pink box, by the way, on this. Lube cost negligible. What about your time? Still takes me about 2 or 3 hours. What the hell? I've never seen something like this before. 2 or 3 hours to do a batch of switches. How long does it take you guys to do a batch of switches? I actually had a small, not a conversation. I was just kind of, not lectured either, but I had a debate with someone today. Well, 2 days ago with lubing switches. Ooh, it's a nice color. How long does it take you guys? 6 to 7? For how long? How long is 6 to 7 hours though? 3 hours-ish? Yeah, 3 days, 3 years, okay. Way longer than it should. I have OCD and it's delightful. Okay, and I guess my second question is, okay, you took Lube 90, took me 5 to 6. Okay. Jabalt straight from the factory. 8 hours, 6 to 7. And then do you guys enjoy it? That's the second question I have for you guys. Do you guys enjoy lubing switches? Like in that 3 hours or 5 hours or 6 hours? I do not. Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I love lubing switches. It makes my back hurt. It makes my back hurt too. It takes me about 2 hours, sometimes 3, depending on what I have to do. But I would say probably 2 hours to do a batch of 90. This is nice looking. I think the first Vero that I did was an all black build. This is the new group buy. I like the screw details over here. I quite like the ano. The ano looks absolutely fantastic on this. So if you guys aren't familiar with the Vero, it's going to be run by Antipode. The V2 has some interesting little, it's going to be like a true HHKB, yes. It has some interesting color choices for the V2. So I don't know if you guys, here, I'll link you guys, I think we put the geek hack, but here, I'll put the, let me put the actual collection thing from Antipode here. So, here's what I like so far. I love the fact that Antipode has PC versions in some pretty unique colors. They have one labeled as Peony, and they have one labeled as Violet Flame. The purple PC is really cool. I've seen purple PC, but I haven't quite seen whatever color this is supposed to be. I guess Peony is like a pink. I can't really tell if it's supposed to be like a pink or a peach. It is a render, just keep that in mind. But I like the fact that they're doing some dyed PC options. The dyed PC options start at, I think, let me actually just find what they start at. I know what the other ones start at, but I didn't check what this one here starts at. $445 for the dyed PC, and then the aluminum ones start at $410. So not terrible. A little definitely on the higher price of things for both of these things, but you know what? I think it's a good little build here. I have already built one of these in the past. We did the round ones of these, and I really liked it. Again, if you're a fan of this layout, I think this might be a little bit iffy for some people, depending on if they want something like an HHKB. So I'm not too sure if, you know, that rings a lot of people the wrong way or something along those lines. Why is my music so low all of a sudden? Oh, it's changing songs. Nothing will ever come close to the black PC Think V1. That was a very special, oh man, that was a very special build. The Think V1, but didn't, if I remember correctly, didn't Potter offer that? And then it ended up being way too expensive afterwards. So I think he lost money on the black PC ones. It was this really unique, I can't even describe it. It felt like felt almost. This very unique black PC that they used. Again, I don't know a good way to describe it. But it was so unique. I've never seen anything like that ever again. Carbon infused. Interesting. Very interesting. Turn up the music. It just... Is it really low? What the hell happened to the music? Watch it like get super loud afterwards. So this is really pretty. You guys can see the weight in the inside here. They have a little AKB Antipode and then the Vero V2 on the insides as well. It's a very pretty looking keyboard. Here is the back of the board here. This looks way better in this color than it did in the all black variant. I am finding myself personally less and less inclined to pick up like just black and white keyboards these days. I like the silvers. I like something with a little bit of, you know, tone to it, I guess. But now it's really loud, the music. Okay. So this is really pretty. The light reflects off this very nicely. So nice. Rob,
3 years.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the tier 1. And also, Nord, thank you again for that tier 1 from earlier. And then this is the side profile with that very small graduation of like, you know, taper over there. And then it has that nice subtle curve. So it is quite the interesting side profile as well. Layout wise, this probably will make a few people happy. Very, very pretty though. Extremely pretty. This is going to be mounted with these like gasket strips, as you guys can see over here. I'm sending it for the mystery PC colorway. Oh yeah, there is going to be a mystery colorway. Don't ask me what colors it is. No one told me. So if you guys are at the end of the day going to be interested in something like this, and you know we end up liking this again, I think the answer for this is probably it's going to sound exactly like the R1. So just be aware that I have no idea what the mystery colors are. We have a 30A and a 50A durometer gasket system over here, which we like. And as with everything too, I will say this from past experience working with them, even some client experiences, everything. I'm gonna vouch again to be as unbiased as possible and objective as possible from every client experience, even where something was a little bit wrong, where there was a bit of an anno mismatch. So far, everyone's had great experiences that I know with Antipode. They're super great with customer service too. So I'm very happy about that. Like I said, it makes me happy that when something does go wrong for someone, if you can take accountability in that sense, excellent. Absolutely freaking excellent, dude. But I don't know what plate they actually sent us today. Oh, aluminum. Oh, it matches the board. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Oh, that's very nice. That's a great match. Damn. That's a sexy plate. Yeah, this is a really nice plate, actually. Anno looks impeccable on this, by the way. This is perfect match. I haven't seen the plate until now, so this is my first time looking at it. God damn. Well, they've done some great keyboards. Even the Lilith was so good from Antipode too. So yeah, this is going on GB tomorrow. That plate looks almost as good as you, Alex. Monkey. How is your days going, by the way, guys? How is everyone's days going? I managed to snag MTNU beige with orange accent yesterday. I'm so dang hyped. Hell yeah, dude. The orange accents are my personal fave, as you probably already know, because it's orange, so. Just got my topping DX9. Hell yeah, dude. I have always wanted to try a topping audio system thing, but I've never pulled the trigger on it. Are you caught up on Bad Batch? Was there a new episode last night? Or I guess last night, I guess. I caught up during the day yesterday. So if there was a new one, I think it's on episode 10, right? I think I'm caught up. The snow really ruined my day, to be honest. Yeah, I can imagine. Dude, I'm not gonna lie though, man. Fucking the weather lately has been so bad, and I don't know. I've been so not wanting to go outside. Like, everything's so gray and just so dull, and like, especially Toronto, it's very monotone here. Like, it's very like, not monotone rather, but you know, monocolored rather. Everything's like shades of gray and shades of just boring colors. There's no like fun to be had walking around the city. There is some, you know, small areas you can go into, but even that, like when it's overcast, it doesn't seem like fun. And then one thing I've really noticed, sorry, I'm gonna complain a little bit, and I apologize. One thing I've really noticed about the city lately, man, it is just full of trash. There's trash on like every corner, and it just, I don't know, man. It's like not even fun to go take pictures anymore around the city. Like everyone's just tossing shit everywhere. There's like garbage bags flying and like just coffee cups, because you know no one can be arsed to put things in a trash can. So yeah, it's not a great fun experience at all, I'd say, lately. I just want like one or two blue skies. That'd be nice. City living. I know. Yo, Alex, my Zoom video just hit 4K views. Most viewed I've ever gotten a video. Monkey, I'm so proud of you, bro. I hope no one's giving you any weird comments on your YouTube anymore, man. Because I did go through some of your videos and I saw some and I made some comments back to those people. Those guys are assholes. Don't listen to anyone, okay, Monkey? Just do you and enjoy what you want to enjoy, man. I burnt my finger the other day, by the way, guys. Little dot there. Let's touch the soldering iron. Okay, let's open these up and start soldering. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is a decent price for something this high quality, especially because you get a nice size weight in the bottom too. But again, I think if you're looking for comparables here, I don't think I've seen another true HHKB on the market yet, like an MX version of it that can quite hit this quality. But there is stuff like the Tempo if you want like HHKB style of blockers. Tempo rings in a little bit cheaper than this. There is some other different styles of keyboards that ring in cheaper than this, that still hit that HHKB. So if you guys are looking for alternatives. Type B, which one's that one there, Zora? Does the asymmetrical blockers not bother anyone? No, doesn't bother me none at all. Doesn't bug me in the slightest. Also, this uses 6U, which is really cool too. Which I think we have the wire right here. I'm pretty positive this is a 6U wire. I hope it didn't get bent. Have you ever been to an anime convention before? Okay. I used to go to the Toronto Anime North convention every year, and I would never miss it ever. All right, I used to go every year. Then one year, I think it was a little while back, it just like, dude, anime, I feel like anime was popular, and then anime got like next level popular. Everyone was going to these conventions. There was one year I went where I couldn't even move in the convention area. Because, you know, people, there's ways to, you know, people give someone their extra pass, like their pass, everyone kind of sneaks in type thing. I was shoulder to shoulder with people and I couldn't even enjoy the convention area. And I've been back one time since, and it was just as busy. And then obviously the pandemic and stuff too, but it's hard for me to enjoy the shows now just because it's so packed. And I don't know about you guys, I like people, but I don't care for that much of a crowd. It just doesn't make the experience very fun. Like, all I remember from that last time I went was just like shoulder to shoulder. I didn't get to look at anything, and then I went home. But it never used to be like that. It used to be like you could walk around and sneak, and like sneak into places and be like, okay, cool, let's look at this. And I mean, sneak as in like actually view things. So, but I like people, but a lot of people, yeah. I don't know, man. It's okay, Alex, we're just getting old. Is it okay? But is it me just getting old though? Because I don't remember the crowds being that busy. Like, I really don't remember the crowds being, like, shoulder to shoulder. And I wonder, is it just my perception of, like, now versus then? I don't know, because even... It's not just you? Yeah, because, like... There's been a few other things I've been to recently that have kind of felt the same way. By the way, Frozen, thank you again for that tier 1, man. I don't know if I said thank you to you, by the way. Frozen, love you, buddy. Did I dress up? No, I kind of want to one year. Like, I think that'd be really fun to do that, but I haven't made that call. Actually, I didn't ask if they wanted split right shift, and they went to bed. Shoot. Okay, we're just not going to do split right shift. Let me see. Because I think traditionally, it doesn't have... If I remember correctly, traditionally the HHKB layout will have split, right? Split right shift. I don't have like a layout here. Rob, is it full or is it split? Right? It's split, right? I didn't ask. This is not my board, by the way, guys. Just so everyone knows too. This is Antipode's board. I'm just building it for them and we get to take a look at it too. They went to bed. I'm going to do traditional because I'm pretty positive last time we did the same thing for the Antipode Vero. It was very traditional. So let's just do it split. So we need 1, 2, 3 stabs. I don't even need this. I can't stay, but I want to let you know that I am right here. Hi, Way Too Lucky. I appreciate you being right here. Anime is definitely more mainstream these days versus 10 years ago. Yeah. You know what it was too? I feel like 10 years ago, it wasn't socially accepted. You know what I mean? Way Too Lucky. So nice.
8 months of Alex not checking his DMs after telling me to DM him.
I'm gonna go look
Cheers.
right now. Let me go look. I'm actually just gonna go look right now. Way Too... Wait, this is not how you search for things. Okay, I have you open. I'm gonna answer it right after this. How am I doing? During I'm doing okay today. I think I don't know. I've been a bit smoged today, but we're getting through it. You know, we're just taking our time, doing one thing at a time here today. That Lily sounds nice. It's a very nice keyboard. The only weird thing about the Lily, I think I've already addressed, which was the bowing at the bottom of the board, but apparently Gawk's already looking into that. I'm pretty positive it's already been looked into and fixed. But it's a great little board. I really enjoy the Lily. Today has been mega smoge. How come for you? The amount of merch available now is insane. I remember going to cons and was seeing garbage wall scrolls and crappy bootleg merch. Yeah. The merch nowadays is pretty crazy. I don't know how to put this, but like I also felt like going 5 or 6 years ago, plus like years ago, there was a sense of like, yeah, sure, there was like there was tons of things to do, but there wasn't as many like people just vendoring things. Dude, I shit you not, most conventions, even outside of anime these days, most conventions I've been to is just fucking vendor stalls selling stuff. It kind of gets tiring after a while because it's like, is this all the convention really is? But I feel like as time has passed, this happens more and more and more. No, I don't think so. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, Way Too Lucky. I don't think it is. I mean, I don't think it's just supposed to be vendors. I think a convention for me also, there's like events and like you get to talk to like-minded people and there's some sort of like what's a good word for this? Not some sort of sense of direction to go there for, but some sort of like I'm struggling with finding a proper term for this. Like, I'm being genuine? Oh, okay. Kind of like, you go there, there's, community, there's also a sense of like a story, not a storyline, but like some sort of like, social thing that happens that they kind of dictate, sort of like, again, like an event, right? Like, it's not just like, okay, you've paid $50 and you're allowed into our store now. Like, that's kind of what I feel like a lot of the conventions are nowadays. I'm just being honest though. Like, I feel like maybe a lot of people might disagree, but it's a social event to connect with like-minded people. Cons are way too monetized. Yeah, cons do feel a little bit too monetized these days. It's like, hey, here are a bunch of people who like what you, we can joke and bond over it. Yeah. I mean, that's why I really like the keyboard meetups. I hope the keyboard meetups always stay this way. Hope. But the very few times I've been to keyboard meetups where there's vendors selling things, it's like very minor things, but it's usually just people showing off things, and then it's cool, like little events that they're hosting as well. You know what I mean? So that's always really fun. But like if I went to a keyboard meetup and it was just stuff I can buy, no offense, I probably wouldn't go. I would probably just stay home. Like if it ended up just being vendor stalls, why do I need to go buy things at an event? And pay to do so, Free shipping, I guess, but is it really free when you're paying an entry fee? Because that's what the cons do, right? They're like $50-$60 to get in, and then you have to pay for things. The hobby needs less elitists and more people welcoming curious minds. Thoughtfather, I have a question for you. Because you do some community stuff. How do you feel about the hobby in its current state, community-wise? What are your thoughts on that? I'm very curious. Do you feel like it's the best it's ever... Actually, you know what? I'm going to let you answer. There's a photography con in Las Vegas called WPPI. It's cool. It's a cool con, but you can't buy from most of the vendors on the sales floor. It's just a showcase. See, that's really cool. I like the fact that you can just go there and enjoy things and not feel like you have to walk out and the only thing to do is go shop from vendor stalls. Alex is the only community I need? Okay there. I think you're way too lucky. I've yet to go to a keyboard meetup, but would love to go if we can get an actual date and location. There's one happening in Toronto. Actually, I don't even know what's happening with the one in Toronto. Did they announce anything? I'm actually going to go check now because I'm very curious. It's under the Canada Discord, right? Canada Mechanical Keyboards. No, still nothing. Oh, maybe we're not doing one this year. Well, that's Smoge. Is there a vendor you would recommend for custom cables? There is so many, depending on where you live. I would probably shop within your region just to avoid things like custom fees and cheaper shipping. But if you're in Canada, Dispatch Cables. If you're in the States, oh my God, there's so many. But Space Cables is one of my faves. If you're looking just for something, well, actually you said custom, so Space Cables. A few other ones in both Canada and US I'd recommend as well, but those two are my faves. And then outside of the US, I have no experience. I have some stuff on, I don't know, there's probably a lot of people here who can probably point you in the right direction depending on what region you're from. But there's so many different vendors you can go to. So many. It's getting a bit late. Take care, Nord. I think my camera is Graphite X2 Pro. It comes tomorrow? Let's go, dude. Nord, you got to show us some pictures when you take them. I've been looking at Space as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, Space he's been around for a long time. Me and him actually joined the hobby around the same time. And I got to know him really early on in his business. I was actually one of his first 10 clients ever. Because I really wanted a cable about 4 or 5 years ago. And me and him became friends after that because the hobby was so small then. Well, it felt really small anyways. So he's been around forever doing great work. Did you actually order the GigaChad cable? Oh my god, I gotta see that. You guys gotta like take pictures if you guys order that thing. Going to my first key meetup in San Diego. Any tips / advice as a first time goer? Okay, I say this with so much love. If you see a keyboard on the desk, please ask the person whose keyboard it is, can I type on this? If you want to type on this. Don't just go and type on it. Try to ask that. Try to be like respectful and ask first, then type. Another thing I could recommend too is if you're bringing keyboards, this is a shitty thing to hear probably, but if you're gonna bring a keyboard to a meetup, make sure it's something you're okay with people touching, and in the odd case, people accidentally damaging. So, just my little piece of advice there. But other than that, just have fun. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Everyone's going to be super friendly for the most part. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen someone be an asshole at one of these meetups. So nice. Bick, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. I hope you're having a great one today. I spilled booze on my keyboards and none are spared. Damn. Have you actually spilled booze on the keyboard? I legit just had this conversation this morning. I think the current state of the community has a divide between what I call purists and elitists and those who just want to have fun / share. My concern is that the purists will keep newcomers out, and we need those newcomers. Purist example, solder only or it sucks, or you got that board from Amazon, it's shit. I very much agree with you. I think there is quite the stark divide in people. And this is exactly why I've been staying off of forums, for example. Just because, like, I don't know. I feel like people who have an issue tend to complain more. You know what I mean? Like, people who have, like, even if it's the smallest, most subjective issue in the world, some people like to voice out things that really piss them off. And in doing so, I think also scares off people who might want to join a hobby. And sometimes that kind of voicing of something that bothers them turns into kind of blind hatred towards things as well. That's kind of what I've been noticing. And it usually comes from people who are very invested in what they like. We need an angry guy that lashes out at opinions. But I'm hoping that it kind of resets itself soon. Like, one thing that kind of bothers me a lot, and you can have whatever opinion on whatever reviewers you guys want, right? But like when I see people just constantly shit on Hypotech, it's just like, okay, you don't have to like his reviews, but he does such a, like, from my point of view, he does such a good thing for the hobby. Sure, it's more lighthearted. You don't have to take him serious. Maybe he's not the best at doing certain sort of mods, right? But he's bringing in so many he's showing keyboards to so many new people, right? And I think there's like a lot of value to be had with that, right? Because if he's showing, I don't know, let's just say this keyboard to 1 million different eyes, well, someone like myself or anyone else maybe can only show it to 50 different eyes. Even if he's doing it which way you don't want him to do it, he still gets so many eyes, and then people who are interested can potentially funnel into the hobby. And maybe one set of those eyes that he shows people ends up being your new favorite designer. So that's why it's just like when I see people complain about things like this, but it's just, there's like negatives and positives to everything. And I do agree that, like, yes, there is some negatives about certain things, but I think people just need to take a step back, breathe, you know, and just relax. But I see a lot of just complaining these days. It's like, I mean, dude, I saw someone linked this to me, but Cannon Keys shipped out a product in a box. It was a box for the keyboard, so I think it was a Zoom, and they shipped it within another box. Well, unfortunately, I guess USPS damaged the box, and then they proceeded to call out Cannon Keys for going downhill. And I remember reading this thread, and this happened like 2 weeks ago, not even, maybe a week ago, and I'm like, what the fuck are we on about here? It's a box. And it was just people being like, yeah, Cannon Keys went downhill. I'm like, what? It's just a box though. And it wasn't even Cannon Keys who did it. So yeah, but I've seen like that happen too. And I'm just like, oh my God, man. Like I think it's still on Reddit. You guys can probably go find that thread. Marcia said the same thing about this in her stream. Oh, did she? Well, it's not even Cannon Key's fault. It's just reminds me of the FedEx package Omnitype received. Oh shit, I remember that. That was a long time ago. Shiesty, thank you so much for the tier 1. I really appreciate that. I hope you're having a good one. The most recent one, no way. Is that actually true, Gawk? The most recent one was about not allowing returns on used switches. What? That's crazy, man. I don't even know what to say anymore, man. Oh yeah, Dandy, I think there's a difference between actual issues and then just being like, yo, my package came with the box side scuffed and it's their fault now. Like, I think critical thinking there, you could probably realize that it probably wasn't Cannon Keys and it might have been the carrier that delivered it. The only okay-ish argument I've seen against CK is the prices of their GMK. Yes, it's pricey, but it's really a drop in the water compared to everything else in the community. Yeah, I also agree. Plus, no one's forcing you to shop there too. I agree though. That should be, in a way, that's a point of criticism for sure. Dude, what am I doing? I haven't even started these. People look for Costco return policies in the keyboard market? I guess so. Do you know if the mystery PC option is unique to each customer order? So again, Mango, I wish I could tell you what it is. I have no idea. They just told me mystery. And a small part of me wanted to be like, you want to tell me what the mystery is? But I also like didn't want to push them on that. So I have no idea what the mystery is. I don't know if it's all the same color. I don't know if it's per customer. I have no idea. People are spoiled by Amazon. Actually, I have a cringe story to tell you guys. I was at the post office, and I don't know. Amazon for me lately has been going not downhill per se, but I don't really shop too much from Amazon these days. Amazon's return policy here, anyways. I'm not sure if it's the same with you guys, but they don't always give you free returns now. Sometimes you do have to pay for the label. I learned that because I had to return something a few months ago. But again, I don't really shop from Amazon all that often. And I was at the post office and someone had a return for Amazon. And I don't know if it's actually Amazon stuff or one of those like sold by, or I guess shipped by Amazon, sold by whatever type things. But the guy came in hot, like he was super hot-headed. And he was in front of me and I was waiting behind him. And we were waiting for someone else to get their thing done. And he went to go up and do his turn. And he goes up and just immediately goes, yeah, I have a return for it. Like, I don't even know why they were sharing this. Like, the Canada Post could literally do anything. They're like, yeah, I have a return for Amazon. It's so expensive. And they're like, okay. And then they're just like, okay, so do you want to pay for it? They're like, well, let's see how much it is total, because I have a feeling, and it just probably won't be worth it. And he was kind of calm, he was kind of level-headed, and then they told him the price, because it was like a really, I don't know what it was a really long box. And they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be like $55 to ship back. And then he just like popped off and just like snapped at this Canada Post worker. He was just like, why would I have to pay for this? Like, why would I have to? Why is this $55? Isn't this just going within Canada? And then the lady was trying to explain it's like the weight and the sizes, like, you know, they vary in pricing. But he just was not letting this like lady get a word in edgewise. And I was just like, hey, as someone who ships a lot of packages, then he cut me off. And then he's just like, I am not going to be spending $55 to ship this back. And then he looked at her dead in the eye. He's like, I'd like you to dispose of this. And then she's like, I'm sorry, we're not a garbage place. You can dispose of it on your own time. And I was like, damn, bro. That's actually pretty cold. I like that. That's actually pretty crazy. but just like unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Have you tried any 40%, specifically QAZ layouts? I have not. I am not too into that side of the hobby, like the smaller form factors. The smallest form factor I'll use comfortably is a 60, to be honest. I don't know. He was like going off about how like that pricing is unfair and how it's more than like the price of the item and stuff. And I'm just like, bro, you need to chill out. Like, nobody cares. Like, just don't yell at people. Nobody wants to be yelled at for no one's. This is no one's fault but your own at this point. EMAC, what happened? I was so thrown off by working. Oh, sorry. Digging the color of your sweater. Thank you. Funny thing, I don't know what happened. My sweater got really long for some weird reason. Like, I'm not even kidding you guys. It just like stretched out. Like, it used to sit here comfortably without being bagged up, but now it got really long and I have no idea. I shrunk? I hope not. Alex has ooh sleeves now? Yeah, it kind of matches. Here, let's see. Let's do a little color comparison. It kind of matches the lily, huh? I kind of go... Okay, the lily has a little bit more of like a brown tint to it, but yeah, it kind of matches. We're color matching the lily today. Alex is the UU streamer. Are you gonna be a VTuber? I tried to be a VTuber. It didn't work. The VTuber model people didn't want to accept my money. I will be shipping this to you to resolve your current situation. Is it a new sweater? Wait, Chappie, let me go take a look. I don't know why. My Discord does this when I'm streaming. It does not update. I see nothing new. No new messages. This happened to me last time too. I had to wait like 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, okay. On Twitch. Where's Twitch? Oh my god. What the hell happened here? Oh my god, Chappie. Okay, we'll unbox it on stream together. What size sweater do you typically wear? Asking for a friend? Oh, just large. Although it depends on the brand though, man. There's a brand recently that I was gonna buy from. I ended up not buying it, but it was extra large I had to wear to get the same kind of fit. Chappie, you don't have to at all though, man, for real, because I have an extra leg. I don't think it'll actually fit with what's underneath my desk right now, because down the center area I have all my wires, and I don't know if there's a place to actually screw in that, you know. You have okay. You know what, guys? You know what? Purple PCB makes me moist. You know what else is really nice about this PCB? Just little visual details like this. Look at that. Look at the Vero PCB. Look at these cute little traces that they kind of embedded in there too. Very, very pretty. It's very subtle, but very pretty. Also, another thing too that I'm glad, I don't talk about this enough, but I really appreciate when people put the reset button on the top of the PCB. I know some brands do it, and I like that the Vero in this case has a little opening for the reset button. A very small thing, but I genuinely appreciate when keyboards can do that, or when people do that with keyboards rather. So I very much appreciate that. All right, let's pop in some stabilizers here. Oh, these are not clip-ins. What am I doing? I need to screw these in. That's a nice quality of life feature. I think so. I very much think so. Oh, where'd I put my tweezers? Won't the plate block it though? No, the plate has a little hole for it, which is nice. Some brands do that. I think it's a very small thing, but it's such a nice feature, especially for troubleshooting, and that means you just don't have to take everything apart, which is lovely. So, again, I think so far, and even based off the last Vero that I did, again, I know this is a little bit on the higher price point. You know, it sits at $410, I believe, to start, just for the cheapest version. But I think you're getting what you pay for here. Sound is obviously subjective, and we'll see how this sounds with these particular switches. But overall, I think this is a pretty decent little buy if you're looking for a niche layout like this for MX switches. I usually map a reset key on my function layer. I always do that too, Rob. But the odd occasion where you actually have to go and press the PCB also makes it nice. Also, what did you guys think of the stabilizer ranking guide? The night stabs come in tomorrow, by the way. So I'll hopefully get them tomorrow. Because my last set that I ordered, I don't remember what vendor I ordered from. It wasn't their fault. Got lost in the mail. God, I have like a burp that wants to come out but doesn't want to. I can't burp right now. Offended by calling the goat stabs abysmal. Do you like my choice of words there? I am higher on Wuche stabs than you are, but it was a great summary. Yeah, my only thing with Wuche stabs, I think, was just some people find them, based off of feedback I've gotten, even just my own self, as you guys probably read, they're just kind of awkward to kind of put together sometimes, and they kind of leave a mess, which, not the end of the world, but definitely a little awkward to use. But they're quite good, hence why they're rated better than Stabies. Wait, is this not a 6U wire? I thought this was. Well, I have 6U wires. Let me go get a proper wire for this then. They told me that the wire they might have included might have been the wrong size for me. I'm interested in seeing more silicone type stabs that require less modding. Yeah, I mean, the Wuche ones are definitely leading the pack there. I saw that Wuche announced that they're having clip-in versions of those too now, which is cool to see. I still have a bunch of Duroc stabs. The only stab on that list that I would say is, even though it got ranked well, because, you know, this is the problem with doing ranking things like this. Yeah, this is the right size. That's weird. Is this a 6.25 then? Huh, strange. Is the Glorious stabs. But even though they didn't get, like, they're just so cheap for what they are. Like, they're $10 a pack. And it's kind of playing a lottery with the Glorious wires on those new GS-V2 stabs. Because those wires are terrible, at least from my experience. So that's why they got ranked a 1 in modding. Awkward and leaves a mess. I think I've heard my name. What the? I really like mode stabs. The plastic kind of feels nice. Yeah, one thing I actually neglected to mention on my review of the mode stabs was they actually do have I said they're no frills, but I mean, even though they are no frills stabs, like there's nothing new about them, they do have a kind of a unique shape. So in case that interests you, that could be a selling point. I defend Glorious all the time, but their stabs are trash. Yeah, the modding capability on their stabs are the worst out of any of the stabs. That is, wrong way. That is the truth. There's no worse stabs to mod than the Glorious ones. Because if you get a bad wire, then you're boned. You are absolutely boned there. Hi Azim, how you doing? I really like the mode stabs. And then C3 stabs are the only stab on that list that I was actually debating on not putting on the list. Because I know we talked about this yesterday. The more I look at it, the more I'm just like, are C3 stabs being kind of phased out? So nice. Keith, thank you so much for 39 months of being here. Seriously, I really appreciate the years of support. Thank you so much, and I hope that I don't ever let you down. Hey daddy, how's the build tonight? Going swell so far, but we're talking a lot tonight, and I'm not really focusing too much on the build. So let's focus on the build. God, I love this plate. This plate looks so nice. It's such a... I like when they anodize plates and just make it the same color as the keyboard. It looks beautiful. Just by Cherry. I haven't heard much about C3 stabs lately. Yeah, I was a little bit bummed when I was looking up C3 stabs and I saw that none of the old... Because C3 stabs had tons of different colors, right? There were so many variable color ways of the C3 stabs. It was kind of sad seeing there's not many of those that exist anymore in the US market or North American market. I did see some checking out like AliExpress and stuff, but do I have a favorite plate material? It depends on the mounting style, I'd say. Really depends on mounting style. What about Zeal stabs? It's been a while since I've used them. I probably should add those to the list. Maybe I will, but it's been a while since I've used them, so I don't really have like a good sense of how they are. I should add them though. I just know the Zeal stabs, whenever I use those, the wires are insanely hard to pop in and out. Alrighty, let's start popping in some switches. Never built a PC Toper board, but might try Vero out, not too sure. There's also, by the way guys, I didn't mention this, but in case you guys are interested in something like this, there is going to be, or there is an EC kit. So in case you guys want it, they are offering an EC kit with this as well. It's a bit of a premium. I can't remember exactly what the premium is, but it's there if you guys want it. That's a nice offer. Yeah, it's super cool. Wow, I've never seen those switches before. Me too, this is my first time using these switches. We'll see how they sound. I think I have high hopes. EC kit is electrocapacitive, so Toper stuff. Well, not exactly Toper, but kinda. Few boards nowadays. I've been seeing a lot of companies open up and offer EC stuff, which is really cool. Any tips for soldering 3-pin into half plate? Topper, yo, bro, I'm gonna be $150 with you, bro. I have no good tips for that, bro. I only have a prayer for you. That's it. I'll say a little prayer. I hate doing 3-pin plateless. I've had to do it a few times. I'll do it and report back. One leg at a time, just solder in and then just kind of like adjust from there. But dude, you're going to have a hell of a time aligning things. Just a small little prayer. Can we all get prayers in the chat for Toper? little prayers for you. Oh man, you're going to have a hell of a time, dude. There's no good way to do it. T's and P's. Just some prages in chat. My wife will help, it'll be okay. You know what? It's probably a good idea. 2 people tackling that project. I'm with you there. I had to do it once for a client. It was the only time I've ever said yes to doing 3-pin plateless for a client build, and I was adjusting switches, I kid you not, for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I don't even think I did it 100%, and then I had to tackle it again the next day. Do you know any good switches that have a clacky signature with a little scratch after lubing and filming? To clarify, do you want a little scratch, like to actually hear it, or do you mean like it will have no scratch? Sorry, I should just probably take this sentence at face value, but I'm just diving deeper to make sure. Yeah, little or none, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm memeing. Oh, okay. Obscura's king. Actually, yeah, I actually would recommend Obscura's. For some reason, I don't know why, Obscura's do have a little bit of like a scratch even after lubing, which is nice. It's very, very, very subtle. Hey, these switches are pretty nice, guys. I've never seen them before, though. Yo, I vote non-step caps in favor of true HHKB. Let me double check. I'm not sure if Full wanted stepped. One sec. Did he say something about that? Oh, he did say not stepped. Okay, sorry. I couldn't remember what he wanted. Again, this is just to be transparent. I am not keeping this board because it is not my keyboard. He did ask for non-stepped. My bad. And true HHKB. I still feel like you can get true HHKB with step caps. It's really just a preference thing at that point, whether or not you want the step caps kind of aesthetic or stepped control in this case. I found Obscures are scratchy even after I spread lube around the stems. Yeah, they're nice because they have like that little bit of texture and it kind of adds like the sound profile overall. Are these your Nixies or the company sent? These are theirs. They lube them as well. So this is, again, I'm not sure if this is Full's board from Antipode. Antipode sent this over and they're letting me take a look at the board, but I am not keeping this board and it's not my board at all. It's Full's, I think. Gotta have the non-step control or the fingy falls in. You know what? True. Why can't I 1440p on Alex's stream? No more? I think I have it set to 4K, don't I? I don't understand why Twitch doesn't offer multiple different things there. It's like 4K or nothing. Are they paying for the build service? They're one of our sponsors here on the channel. So this is... Plus I also want to take a look at the Vero round 2. Only offers source. So what you have... What happened, Kat? Sorry? Yeah, 4K is fine, but... Oh, source is in like source... Yeah. That's it. 4K is fine, just wish Twitch would let me stream at 1440. I also agree with that. I wish Twitch would allow more different... Oh, this is not a good switch. So the film... I don't know if you guys can see this from this angle. Here, I'll switch. The film's all falling out here. So nice. And it won't close properly.
B4FL40 gifted a tier 1 sub to Deezen Bubba.
B4, thank you so much for gifting a sub, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks for supporting the channel here, bro. Time to go play some D&D. Take care, Dandy. Love you, buddy. Good eye on that. Yeah, gotta be careful because then those switches end up feeling weird afterwards. Otherwise, these switches are done very well. I think they lubed them in-house. Oh, did that okay. Kim, thank you so much for a tier 1. I really appreciate that too. Thank you. It means a lot. Hope your day is going well today. I remember filming my first set of stabs or switches. DeWood, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s.
Damn, dude.
God damn, man. Thank you so much, dude. That means a lot. I hope you're having a great day too, dude. Hope you're enjoying the content and just the vibes here on the stream today, bro. Means a lot, bro. Oh, dude, even to this day, Ants, depending on the films, I mangle them sometimes. Like, certain films just do not sit well. Like, they just move all over the place. Yeah, PC films, old PC films especially, yeah. Does anyone ever feel like you are ruining a Switch's hopes and dreams when it's about to go in but doesn't work? Like denying them a future in a way? Is that what you mean by that? Irregular ID, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate you using that here. Thank you so much. You guys are very kind. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. It means a lot, guys. Any idea when your protagonist review unit is coming? As of right now, it looks like it's about 3 weeks out. I I followed up. Lube wants to get me one, but we're waiting on other people to finish with the boards. So it really is a waiting game. I have no idea is the answer. The truth of the matter is I have no idea when it's coming. But perhaps towards the end of the month, Thoughtfather. Thank you guys for starting a little hype train there too. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, the plate does look really cool with Nixies, huh? It's a nice color of the plate. I really like it. Very cool. All right, let's solder some stuff in. I put a new sticker on my iron today from Chiffy Lube. So nice. Thank you, Thoughtfather.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Snicky D.
What did it call you? It called you like Thet Hawkfather? It didn't say the Thockfather. It said Thet Hawkfather. It's just trying to read it all as one name. Makes the clear look gray. Yeah, kinda. All right, let's warm up this iron. 4mm PC plate will be available for this board. That's nice. It will be nice. I am so hit and miss with really thick plates, by the way. Sometimes they sound so cool, and sometimes they sound weird. Because 4mm is thick, right? I think that's a thicker plate, if I do remember. Glad I kept the purple PCB. Yeah, I'm super glad they kept purple on this. You barely see it from the top here, but I mean, it looks really cool from the bottom, so. Well, this particular plate didn't really need a plate fork, but if it was like a poly plate, then yeah, I'd use a plate fork. We look good. Is it all done warming up? I use my fingers. Gotta be careful. I hurt myself all the time using my fingers there. Alrighty, let's solder in some stuff. And thank you guys for all being here, by the way. Not just people who sub, but thank you for everyone for being here. I really appreciate all of you. What? What are we clipping? We kind of like you. Wondering if I should get a Bauer Light. Kind of told myself I would get Keebs this year. Get one. Wait, what happened? Did I say something weird? I missed it. Oh shit, there is a bent pin. I was like looking out for bent pins, and I knew I bent one, but... We are here for the mustache? Nah. I'm here because I like hanging out with you guys. But I appreciate the kind words you guys give me here. 4mm plate? Oh. I bought the Bauer when they came out. Don't regret it at all. Yeah, Bauer's good. I like the Bauer. Some people have problems with it just because they, I don't know, they like to dislike it, but I think it's a fantastic board. It's very nice. I hurt myself with my fingers down, wait, what? Huh? Wait, Alex, what events are you going to this year in the States? So... I'm going to try to go to Keeb Life. And then if Novel Keys is hosting their NK meetup in Morgantown, I will be going to Morgantown hopefully as well. But that is primarily everything. I don't know if you guys know this, but flying ain't cheap right now. So I wanted to go to KeyCon as well, but it would just eat up a lot of budget I have for the year. Like a lot of budget, so finished lubing and filming some switches. Let's go, Ryan. What'd you end up filming and lubing? What are you guys gonna go for? for, what's it called, meetups this year. I'm still wondering what's going on with the Toronto meetup, though. Does anyone know? Is it just, like, not running? I don't know of any in Illinois. Boring state. Wasn't there one that happened there? IL is Illinois, right? Never been to a meetup before, thinking about it. It's really, really fun. I will say, though, don't feel pressured to being social when you go there. Obviously, everyone's a little different. Some people are great being social and some people aren't. But I would say that even just going there, the sense of, it's very welcoming, and I think you'll kind of break out of your shell. It's a very nice sense of community for the most part. Apex is still trying to book a space. Is he? Yeah, I'm very excited for the Toronto one. I haven't seen some particular faces in a while, and I want to see them again, so... I know Chicago had a meetup like last year, but I couldn't find the info. Oh, I think if you're wondering about those like local meetups, probably just ask in the Discord, see if there's like a contact you can talk to. Alex, I want to see you in person one day. Toronto meetup. I don't know if you guys are gonna. I don't know who's gonna come to the Toronto meetup this year, but that is the one meetup I'll be guaranteed to go. I'm 100% going. Hell yeah, dude. Plus, it's the only meetup I ever bring keyboards to, because I don't want to ever bring... Oh my god, my camera's freaking out. Keyboards across the border, kind of... I don't know, I have a bad feeling, so... Ain't about that life. Is this color available in the GB? Is it not? Sorry, I didn't even check to see if that was a thing. I just assumed it was. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe it's not available. Yeah, there's Fool's Gold, which I think kind of looks like this color. And then there's Luna, which looks like white. And there's Demi Void, which is like a black color. So actually, you know what? I don't know if this color is available. But there is two really pretty polycarbonate ones. I would personally, the polycarbonate ones are my go-to for this one. Yeah, sorry, I think we put the wrong link in the description here. We put the IC link. There you guys go. If you guys are curious about it too, I'll post a link to the GB in Discord afterwards as well. And when it goes live. I took a pic of a bunch of switches I bought a while ago. My friend thought they were drugs, so probably not a good idea to go through customs with keyboards. Really? They thought they were drugs? Switches are drugs? Yeah, I mean, like, maybe. I mean, my Frog Tikal went through TSA fine, but yeah, I never tested bringing it across the border. Can't remember who it was, but one of... I don't know if it was a vendor or a community member, but someone told me while I was at the NK meetup that they got pulled aside and they were getting questioned about why they were bringing like these big metal keyboards across the border, and I was like, oh boy, that just adds to my fear. Yeah, the ultraviolet and also that pink color that they're selling, the peony color, looks really nice. I hope that's how it ends up turning out, but because that's just a render, right? Which I wish they my one point of criticism there, and I mean this in like the nicest way possible, but I think it's also very important to point this out. I kind of wish, unless I'm not seeing it somewhere, that they included some actual samples of the polycarbonate instead of just renders. However, I trust that Antipode will get close to the color, but it would have been nice to see some actual samples of that polycarbonate versus renders. I personally don't love shopping off of just renders, although I still do it from time to time. I did it actually recently with a board purchase. Keyboardists are truly an oppressed demographic. Not the big metal keyboards. If you crush up MX Blacks and snort them, you get high, so start making clack sounds with your tongue. Is that confirmed? I still wish companies would do the dip-dyed polycarbonate stuff. Kind of like how the Tokyo Keebs? Was it Tokyo Keebs? The Alex 40 that they did had that dip-dyed acrylic, where it was like this fade of a color. Man, that thing looks sick. I'm surprised no one's really done more of that. Like, I'm very surprised. I drink 205 G0 as a pre-workout. Damn. Lubes up the joints, you know what I'm saying? It was Tokyo Keyboard. It was so nice, Gawk. So nice. But I'm very surprised no one's really done that. Man, I have that that board's at my parents' house, and I didn't bring it here. If you get clacks by snorting MX Blacks, do you get if you snort HMX? Are we just rhyming things? I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, the switch is not. There we go. You've never seen the Alex in person? Oh, maybe I should bring that to the next meetup. It's such a nice board. It's very difficult to type on, and I'm gonna be honest, I think the sound of the Alex is kind of ass because it's hot swap plateless. But to each their own. Some people probably really like it. That wouldn't help me though, because I'm not going to the USCA anytime soon. Now I'll show it on stream, Gawk. Or maybe I'll mail it to you one day. You can take a look and have fun with it for like a few months or whatever. I never knew you were hot swap plateless. It's the only... It had no other option. You didn't have a solderable PCB. It's my one gripe with that board. I wish they had a solderable PCB. Where do you get those clip-in switches for the hot swap plateless? I have a set actually. You know what? Okay, next time I'm at my parents' house, I'm going to grab that board because I think I will convert that with those clip-in switches that I have. That would make a lot of sense. Is it bad if you do plateless with hot swap PCB? It's not bad, but there's two things that might happen. Let me explain. So the two things that might happen is the switches have the potential to kind of move around, even just like lift and settle as you type and stuff like that. So there is the potential for some sort of like weird plastic sound potentially. And I think the other thing that's kind of like a nuisance when it comes to hot swap plateless is, let's just say you want to swap out your keycaps. Well, guess what's going to happen? I would say 80% of the time, you're pulling out the switches with the keycap. So it's not like ideal. And then, you know, ideally you'd want to take apart the whole keyboard and then, you know, support the sockets with something and, you know, put it together. So it's a little bit annoying. It's a little bit tedious. I don't always recommend it, but it is possible. It's not like the end of the world, so. I've heard hot swap slash half plate sounds awful. Yeah, because like things will bounce up and down if nothing's like really settled. That's why for a few reasons I still prefer soldered keyboards. Solderable boards are, you know, they're locked in place. There's no room for the switches moving around subtly and touching the PCB and making weird sounds. So seeing this color made me hesitate about the ones shown at the moment. Bad strategy. Oh, do you like this color more than the ones that are being demoed on the website? I can ask for you guys to see if they would make this color. It's like a blue-gray. It has a little bit of a blue tint to it. I don't know what keycaps I'd use for this today, to be honest. Any idea where I can get custom plate foam made for my universe? Does Hype Keyboards do custom plate foam? I don't know if he does. Any new keycaps coming in? I haven't ordered anything new, but I'm considering picking up like a set or two. Hype does all custom stuff, so maybe Hype would have them. All right, let's start disassembling the board, and then we'll also put in our daughter board as well. So we have 4 screws, 4 visible screws here, which personally, I like visible screws. More of a subjective thing here, by the way, in case anyone's like, they don't like visible screws or they prefer, you know, hidden screw designs. I actually prefer this for 2 reasons, just visually. And then also, I don't have to disassemble my keycaps off my keyboard when the time comes to swap things out or if I want to change things up. I think I would personally, like, Fool's Gold reminds me of what the Lily looks like, and I think if I had to pick one right now, I would probably end up picking the Peony polycarbonate color or the Fool's Gold. I've been really vibing with colors like this, but subjective, very subjective. This is a very personal thing, I find. When it's a Novel Keys GMK drop you spoke about? Oh. I'm so sorry, Redacted. It already went through. And I'm pretty positive mostly everything's sold out. I don't know what's still available. It dropped on Tuesday, I think. Yeah, it was Tuesday. No, I'm late to the stream. Jack, I'm so sorry, but you know what? We haven't put the keycaps on. We're still assembling the keyboard. You're not that late. I don't see enough champagne colored boards. Champagne boards, and then you know what else I like seeing too? I love seeing a nice like chocolate brown or even just a light brown keyboard, something coffee colored. Ooh, even the inside is very nicely anodized. Got a little internal little logo happening here too, which is kind of cute to see. My camera's not liking me today. Very nice. And then, let's do our daughter board first. The daughter board screws into the top frame. Oh, I was like, where's the wire? When is the GB over? Sorry, for this board here, Slow Corey? It starts tomorrow, and I believe it runs for 2 weeks, but let me quickly triple check that. Or maybe actually it doesn't say. But I believe it's 2 weeks. Also, just to point this out, this is not a actually, is this technically the... Is this universal? I actually don't know. I don't think this is a universal PCB. It kind of reminds me of the Fly daughter board for some weird reason. This is not the one from Canon Keys, is it? I'm pretty positive it isn't. Pretty positive it's not. Fool's Gold be the same as James's, the OGR. Dude, I love that board. It's so sick. I think it runs until they sell out of the 150 slots. Is that what they announced? For some reason, I remember seeing the word 2 weeks. Nope, this is the wrong bit as well. What bit do I need? Torx. This guy. Ryan Dawn is only available as an accent or weight. Open for a month if I remember correctly. Okay, so it might be a month. Might be a month then. April 5th to 26th or until slots are gone. I have a feeling this will probably sell pretty quickly because there's not a lot of... I don't know. What do you guys think? It depends, right? Because I don't think a lot of people like HHKB or prefer, not like. But I think this will do pretty well, personally. Oh, I forgot Stupid Fish does this foam. I didn't even know Stupid Fish were still around. But I think this will do well. Yeah, I have a feeling this will. You know what? Very rarely do I get sent keyboards that are not, the colors are not part of the group buy. So I didn't even think to check that. But it doesn't appear that this particular color is part of the group buy options. There's 3 colors for the aluminum and 2 for the polycarbonate. And yeah, it doesn't seem to have, I don't know if this was like a friends and family one or just something they made for the prototypes, but it doesn't seem to have it. I'm gonna go with 50A, not 30A. I prefer firmer gaskets personally, but I like the fact that there is options. Also, having no adhesive gaskets is a big plus for me. So kudos to them for doing this here. It's a very high quality piece, keyboard. So nice.
Hi Alex.
Cancerous, thank you so much.
It? You. And IT is appeal. Sex appeal. Yeah, I said it.
Huh? Thanks so much, man. I appreciate you. Very kind to you, bro. God damn. Love the assembly of this, by the way. Having the daughter board on the top is quite nice, to be honest. However, you do have to make sure it sits nicely, though. Which means you kind of have to pull up the wire a little bit. But it does make it convenient to actually install afterwards. We'll just do like this. Hold on. Devouring McCurry and rice. Ooh, okay, okay. Very nice. But yeah, I love the way this installs. I liked it the first time too. It was awesome. Hype Keyboard and CBB Planet for all your plate needs. I've never heard of CBB Planet, but I'll be sure to check them out. Actually, will this fit nicely? 1 second, guys. Devouring my food though. Dude, I devoured my dinner too. I haven't really eaten much today. I just been like not hungry today, you know? Crazy materials? Really? Like what? What's their craziest material that they got? What is the most wild material they have to choose from? Dude, why is this getting caught on this for some weird reason? Oops. I bought custom PP plate. Huh? The wire is sitting awkwardly on this. You would think perhaps this would just slide through, but it doesn't. I don't like the way the wire is sitting there. I don't recall this being an issue last time, but perhaps, was it the Molex connector they did last time? Because that is being blocked, basically. And I would assume that you're supposed to kind of like lift and push in this way here, but it's not really allowing me to do that. Composite stone? What the? Okay, I'm just not going to bother putting this on. It was also tight as hell, confirmed. I'm not going to bother because I'm going to see if there's an actual issue with that daughter board. But I don't like the way it's so tight to do it there. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to damage it at this point here, trying to squeeze it in. So that for me is a critical point of me don't like that. Actually, I'm just going to take off this wire too. But I think they do need to kind of look into that and resolve that. Because otherwise, the wire will just impact the switches, which is something we don't want. Okay, there we go. That was one of my complaints. Yeah, so that is my biggest complaint right now, is I think they need to... Okay, what I think they need to do is they need to put... Here, I'll show you guys. They need to put a little hole in the plate here. I would even say just cut some of the material off wherever it was. That way there the wire can pass easily through. Because you're just gonna end up damaging the little daughter board if you don't. So I think it needs to have that done to it. And before we get too crazy with it, I'll play around with it afterwards. I'm probably gonna end up knocking it off, but agreed that was one of my complaints. So this is a common thing, okay. But it doesn't seem like it'd be that tough of a fix, but I would like to personally see that fixed before the group buy is done. No Dremel stream? I don't actually own a Dremel. I only had a Dremel at my... Well, okay. I had a Dremel when I lived with my parents because it was my dad's Dremel. But that is the only reason I had a Dremel. Is this not aligning properly? What's going on here? What's going on here? Is this available without the flower? Oh, you don't like the flower on the weight? Really? I kind of like it on the weight. I think it's quite nice. Oh, what happened to the other gasket? Did I knock it off? Oh, I did. My bad. I knocked off a gasket while I was putting this back together. My own fault. We'll do this really quick. Yeah, definitely personal preference about the flower there. I can understand why you probably don't like it though. I don't mind the flower personally. But if this actually didn't have a design, this would be super clean looking, I agree. Okay, but I am gonna point in for my notes when I talk to them about this. I think the daughter board, I like the daughter board being on the top. I do. I think I've seen a few other keyboards do that and I really like doing it because it's just, you know, you don't have to fiddle with wires as you're kind of putting things down. However, they do need to make it a little bit more easier to access that and put it in properly. How do you safely remove the sticker feet when you have to? Oh, the adhesive stuff? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had a good removal of adhesive feet, to be honest with you. I think it's actually not the flower itself. It just doesn't seem to jive with the rest of the design. I'm with you know what? I'm with you there. I can see why you might not think it jives with the design. It is very pretty though. Like, look at that. It looks gorgeous. But I see what you guys mean. That does look really nice. It's on the bottom. It's a good board. You'll never see it, so no problem. Yeah, again, it's not like in your face. What I really like about the visuals of this board though, I don't know if you guys can really appreciate this from the top down view, but it's just, it has like very rounded corners everywhere. Even the edges as it falls off is very rounded. So it's very, very pretty. And again, that layout, the true HHKB. Now we have to figure out a keycap set for this, because I am not sure. So there's actually two notes I'm going to mention. I don't know if this was an accident that they sent me a 6.25U, but I'll make sure to note that as well. Probably an accident. They didn't mention they weren't sure. And then also the daughter board area, I am not liking at all. I can already foresee there's going to be like 4 people who are knocking that daughter board right off. Edges similar to a parallel array type edges. Yeah, kinda. 3 months in counting. Appreciate the insight on desk reverb situation. Looked into copying one of those overnight. Oh yeah, dude, definitely get a C-stand. And dude, no problem, man. I'm always here to help. I had a 6U. We have 6U space bars. I just don't know what set actually. That's a really good point. I don't know what sets I own that have 6U. Close my blinds. Huh. That's a good point. Shit. I didn't even think about that. This board does look really good on the desk though, huh? This color goes very well with the desk. Yes, it's a 6U spacebar. Remember, this layout, and just for anyone who's maybe interested in this board, this layout is true HHKB. It's for people who want a very particular layout. I think this does very well for people who want this particular layout. Like I said, we've already built this board before. I don't remember having that much trouble with the daughter board on the round 1. Perhaps I finessed it nicer, but I don't like the daughter board on this. I think it just needs a different cutout. Okay, I'm deciding on a keycap set. I need to figure out what we can use. Because last time we had the black, and last time I used Olivia. So this time... What do I have with a 6U spacebar? I might have... I don't know. What do I have with 6U? I don't even know. Sorry, guys. I didn't think... I probably should have gotten the spacebar ready before stream. I totally forgot we're doing 6U tonight. Nothing is 6U? Yeah, I don't think anything comes stock with it. But I normally don't order them. That's why. Let me see. We'll find something fun. Or, you know what I could do? I think I actually have 6U. Is this 6U? We could do dual shot, because I'm pretty positive this is 6U. Dual shot might look pretty nice on this. What do you guys think? Dual shot goat it? Because dual shot I should have. dual shot it is. I'm late, but hi everyone. Hello, hello. Yeah, give me a sec to sort through all these keycaps, and we'll slowly install DualShot here. This already has a very deep undertone to it. I'm noticing very deep, and I kind of respect it for being a little different here. Shift. It would be funny if the only set with 6U that Alex owns is Gregory. You know what's weird? I actually have the 6U spacebar for Gregory. Kind of funny. The P is misplaced. Oh, damn. Zany, good call. Damn, Zany. This set has too many options. Yeah, there's a lot of... This set has a lot of stuff. It might be a moment, so I apologize. Lysol, thank you so much for the tier 1, man.
3.
Thank you, dude. On HHKB, what are these again? My knowledge of true HHKB layout is not 100%, and I apologize. One of the best sets that I don't own. I've had very good luck with pairing this set on different keyboards. 1U alts, right? Okay. B. Without novelties, imagine not getting the colored arrow clusters. True. Actually true. It's very versatile, I agree. Nine goes here. We're gonna do scooped for this, because scooped is the best. Sorry, not sorry. Actually, this looks really good with DualShot on it so far. I am very, very vibing with this. Very much liking it. Do you buy single sets or doubles, Alex? I only buy doubles of very particular sets, and I think the amount of doubles I own is like 2. That's it. 2 doubles and that's all. No, I don't need this. Function. Stabies are superior. Oh my goodness. Should we do accent pipe or non-accent pipe for this? What are your guys' thoughts? Looks like everyone's saying non. Okay, we'll go non-accent pipe. Pipe accent on the very right. Is my camera focus being weird? Sorry, I'm like head down looking at my... Cherry clip-ins are right there. Really, for all intents, you can't ignore the hyperglide thing. It's marketing. People just use it to find new blacks from retool. Yes, yes, yes. I agree with UgTug, Mr. UgTug. Hi, Megan. How you doing? Control. Where's my 1U alts? Why can't I find them? Does this set have 1U alt? It should, right? Or maybe it's in this box. Should be here. Cause tired. Hi Beige Lad, how you doing? How are you? Should have 1.5U alts as the rightmost, and left alt. Left should be super. I don't know HHKB. Well, I believe. You know, I'm gonna go look it up. I don't remember which supposed to go where. Hold on, let me look it up really quick. Let's see. HHKB layout. See the lily? Well, my lily's done to my preference. I think these are supposed to be alts, and if I remember correctly, these are like option or something. Did you see the the JTK keycap display thing? No. What does it look like? Where's my 1U alts? I think that's what I'm more concerned about right now. Board looks sexy already. Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun one. I think this. I have a feeling this will do really well. Okay, so let's look for a few different keycaps here. I've been shoving back and forth. So let's find the supers. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I have them in here. Huh? Does this not come with 1U? Is it in this box? Oh. Maybe it is in this box. I think I'm just going crazy. Oh, I know this says start, but I kind of want to put that there just for some difference. 1U alt isn't in base kit? Really? Oh. This is the base kit and this is the extras in this. What IMs am I using? I am using Campfire Andromedas. Oh, fuck, you guys are right. Why wasn't 1U alt in base? Good call though, guys. Do I only get one 1U alt? Is that it with this set? Or am I just not seeing... Okay, unfortunately, I don't know where the other 1U alt is. I don't see it anywhere in here. So, just for the sake of... I guess we're just going to put select. It's alright. I don't think it matters that much. It's right there. Okay, buddy. Spacebar matching accent. Does this come with a 6U colored spacebar? I don't think it does, though. I don't think it does come with 6U colored spacebars. It's just 6.25 and 7. I'm not your buddy pal. I'm not your pal, buddy. I do, yes. And I watch movies with these too. But oh, there's no more coffee left. I have water. 6U niche moment. Yeah. However, this does look really good. I am very happy with our keycap choice here. Very, very happy. It's going to be a very different sounding keyboard than we're used to. Just to show off the board one more time, aesthetically, anodization on this is fantastic. The overall design of this is really fun too. It is a premium price point. Again, the quality of Antipode stuff has been phenomenal through everything. I think this looks absolutely gorgeous. The weight, it's a nice little copper weight on this. I'm pretty positive, 99% sure this is clear coated. However, over time, it still eventually will patina, which is really awesome. Love that. It does use adhesive feet, which is a change. Like you can see, you can peel them off here. I don't mind adhesive feet, but I also prefer push-in feet. So maybe that's for a future iteration or something. 4 visible screws, which is cool. I like visible screws. The one major thing I would change of this is the daughter board. We've already mentioned it before while we're installing it. The daughter board on this is on the top, which in theory should be awesome. However, because the wire, we took out the wire just because I didn't want it to float around in there and cause weird sounds. The wire has to basically bend immediately down. It doesn't really work too well, and you kind of have to finesse it. And at this point here, like I just don't want to damage it. I think there's a better way to install this daughter board. So for people who maybe aren't super experienced at builds, this actually might be something you might want to look past. There's a little AKB logo on the back over there too. So not the most easiest way to install the daughter board, but I'm sure that if I mention it, I don't think that's like a terribly hard fix there. We have the 58 gaskets in, which is nice and firm here. And the front height's a very nice front height. I quite like how low this keyboard is too. From a typing perspective, I think you'll very much enjoy that. Actually, what is the typing? I think it's like, what, 17? Probably a little lower. Let's double check. 16.5. Yeah, it's very, very nice. A 16.5 front height. Look how beautiful this thing looks. So we are using Cherry Nixies aluminum plate, 58 gaskets, and GMK keycaps. Wait, that's very different. That is so low pitch. It does have a slight hollowness to it, but it's not a bad type of hollow, because there is bad types of hollow, and we've seen that on this channel. Hi, Dane. Huh. These feel very heavy. I don't know what springs they put inside these, but yeah, these are very heavy springs. You know what? I was not expecting this sound. How does everything sound here? Mods are a little resonant here. Let me try some stuff here. The mods are a little resonant on this. Let's try putting the other gaskets in. Just a slight bit. Ban this person. Case foam? No case foam at all in this. It's interesting though, huh? Very, very interesting. Let's try putting the 30A ones in. Because this is how the PCB combo sounds outside of the keyboard. So it's interesting to see how the keyboard kind of shapes the sound of that. Yeah. It's very different. Again, I don't hate the sound profile with it in. It's definitely not something I'm used to, though. So the same shake my head. I know. Someone on YouTube is going to be like, Alex's boards sound all the same, which they did. They've been saying that lately, and it's been like the most irritating thing people have been doing ever. Some people are like blaming my microphone. They're like, oh, it's just the way you record things. You're like, just do this. Actually easier to install when you have it in your lap. I don't want to damage the ano. I also think the other slight change I would probably make is actually adding some slotted gasket areas for the bottom as well. That way there it's not going to like get kind of locked up like it is right now. They would record things? No, I know. Yeah, there'd be some minor changes I'd make in this board for sure, guys. Some very minor changes that I would personally do. Well, maybe the daughter board's a major change. What's going on with this? What's wrong with the Alexotos sound signature? I don't know, man. People have been very critical about it lately. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna do this in my lap so I don't damage anything. But yeah, it's a little finicky to install here, for sure. Definitely a little finicky. People don't know nothing about anything. Oh, that's what's up. The gaskets just keep like getting stuck on the side of the case here. Okay, so yeah, that'd be the other thing I'd suggest. Add some sort of indentation here to kind of allow the gaskets to align better. Because right now they're just kind of like falling out of place. I know I'm doing it in my lap, I apologize. I just can't really do it on my desk nicely. These 30A ones, these 30A gaskets are just like not aligning nice. Okay, we'll try this. What is the latest time of day you guys will have a coffee? Now, usually. There we go. Don't cause damage. Yeah, I do not want to damage someone else's keyboard. So, yeah, well, I mean, I had one, 30 minutes ago I finished. So yeah, around 8:30 the latest. 9 p.m. cutoff time. All right, let's see what it sounds like with these other gaskets inside. We got the 30A gaskets inside now. This might actually change the sound signature a lot. It actually does. That's crazy. Different gaskets. That first one was the 50A, and this is the 30A. Yeah, it's still deep. I think we would need to go with a long pole spacebar for this, although I don't feel like desoldering this today. Long pole spacebar to kind of get more of a sound profile out of the spacebar in case you guys are interested out of it. or in a deeper spacebar, I guess, or a louder spacebar rather. Spacebar doesn't complement the build. I agree. The spacebar is a lot different in this particular build. It's very interesting how we're getting two different sound profiles out of this, though, from just gaskets alone. Still has a bit of a hollowness in some areas. Although the top row is a lot better with this. Do I think the 6U contributes to the sound? You know, that's a great question. I don't have enough experience with 6U spacebars to give you guys a definitive answer there. It might affect sound profile a little bit. Yes, it might. Overall, I'd say, here's my opinion on this. I actually don't mind both sound profiles. It's not my cup of tea sound profile-wise, though. You guys know how I like certain sound profiles. I prefer the more, bright stuff like that rather than... the alphas do sound nice. I do agree we probably do need to end up swapping the spacebar here to something maybe long pole a little bit louder. I prefer the 38 in terms of sound, but I actually liked the feeling of the stiffer gaskets. Overall, the board quality, insane. As to be expected with Antipode, I have not had any bad experiences. This thing is good. If you guys get this in polycarbonate, this is going to be insanely deep for a keyboard. Like, it will be, quote, thocky. So this will probably be very much on par to something like the Bauer Light or just a very deep polycarbonate keyboard, which could be very fun for a lot of people. Now, the two things I would probably change about this board, both are just quality of life changes. They're not going to affect the board at all in terms of sound signature or just their quality of life installation things. One more important than the other. I would add some grooves on the bottom case of the keyboard so the gaskets can properly sit down. You don't have to fiddle with them as much as I was. Perhaps I'm just installing it maybe not an ideal way, but I can't figure out why there wouldn't be some just some light indentations there to help guide the gaskets. So you can put down the PCB. Well, I guess you would have to put the daughter board on the top frame. But even when you're just laying it down, because it will fall down a little bit. And then the other major thing I would change is, again, we had to take out the daughter board cable. And I would personally like to see... The daughter board's cool on the top. I like that. But just some more leeway for room so you don't accidentally rip anything off of the daughter board on the top. That would be ideal, because someone did mention the R1, which I don't remember having this much problem with the R1, but someone did say the R1 that it was very finicky in terms of getting it in there too. So just a little cut in the plate, I think, would be perfect. I was there. It was amazing. I heard Alex say "thocky." I love thock. You guys know what I mean. But I feel like this sound signature would really grow on me, though. But yeah, a true HHKB MX style. It does come in EC as well. Starting price $410. Not bad. Not bad. Again, just the one critical issue there. I do like the way this looks in this colorway. I kind of wait, why aren't they running this color? This colorway is very pretty. This is a very pretty color. That's disappointing. Maybe there's a reason why they're not running this color. Yeah, it's very pretty, right? It's very, very pretty. Has there been boards that are super pretty but not sound good? Yeah. There's been Recently, we even did that. What's it called? Oh shit! What's the board called that we built recently? That was like $1,000. The Artifact. The Artifact was. I thought that was a pretty board. It's subjective. It didn't sound all that hot though. Sounded like every other board that elevates the keyboard right off the desk with larger kind of feet that do so, and it ends up sounding hollow, and you need lots of foam. Hope 75 wasn't bad. I don't remember the Hope 75 being bad. I can't remember now. The Frog was also very pretty and I didn't like. The Holy, but that was with the particular PCB. The Holy 60 with the Hall Effect PCB was the one that they provided anyways, with those particular switches. I think it's the switches more than anything was terrible. I did not like that at all. This definitely leans more to the deeper side of a sound signature, FYI, guys. All right, though. That's pretty much the stream. If you guys are interested in this board, here, I'll link it again. I will give them my thoughts and opinions on the daughter board being very, very difficult to install, because I personally think I can already foresee people having issues with that. Why is my camera freaking out today? People will have probably issues with that. But thank you guys for being here. What's up, Zerpocalypse? How you doing, man? But thanks, guys. I appreciate everything. Camera's blushing. All right, let's go see who we can go raid. I don't know who's online right now, but let's go see who we can go raid. Thanks for the stream, Mr. Toes. No, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you guys. Here, Interloper Creative is doing a build. I haven't seen him online in a while. Let's go raid him. Alright, guys. I don't know why my camera's freaking out right now, but have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow. I think we're doing the Gray Studio board tomorrow, which should be really fun. But yeah, take care. Appreciate you guys, and see you guys very, very soon. Bye, everybody. Love ya.